You have a shared sensibility with someone, a comedic sensibility.
Yeah.
When you guys first came together,
Like, oh, like we just fully get it. We fully
Yes.
get comedically what each other like likes and what each other is going for, and like we're still like the learning phases, and like we always share like some of the same influences, not
Yeah.
just comedically, but like we both like love Christmas, but are both like heavy atheists. We both love like standards like Frank Sinatra and like Dean Martin and like Sammy Davis Jr. We like just love old Rat Pack stuff.
Just to come up in this crazy business, have the success that you guys have had, but still be like true homies is
It's phenomenal.
what a blessing.
And like it's very crazy to put it technically.
Yeah.
It's very crazy that, you know, we didn't get our like mass, and I don't want to say mass success, but like we didn't like shoot to the moon from Detroiters. People only just now finding Detroiters. So the fact that we were both able to come from the same place and then like reach success here and then still be together, like we won Emmys on the same day.
For that to happen, what a special moment.
Pretty wild. He truly is like my best friend in the world.
Yeah.
And like the fact that we were able to like have to like do our own things, and like because there's things that like Tim can do that I can't do, and there's things that I like to do that Tim like would absolutely not, like has no interest in. Like I love fantasy, and like that Tim won't watch anything with a horse in it, and like let alone a dragon. It really is. Like he'll watch a Western.
Let alone a dragon.
But he does like sci-fi, like Star Trek. But you know, like, the fact that we can do our own things individually.
To stay on Detroiters for one more second.
Oh yes, please. So to get to like do that show together,
oh my God,
was phenomenal, because we, you know, every day we would say from Detroit, we're like we have to move from Detroit in order like to work at this point, like, you know, like in order to like make something. The field is small, and so you have to go to Chicago to get seen by people, and then by to New York or LA to get seen from there. So like we knew we had to make that journey, but every day would be like, oh, we have to bring something back to Detroit.
Yes.
And so then like getting the opportunity to do that and then come back and like have this show and like have our friends come and work on it.
It's such a love letter to Detroit. You really have become like Mr. Detroit, a real like just an emblem of the city in a lot of ways. And that show is so special. My cousin, Andrew, who is so obsessed with Detroiters, he would like to ask you something. He would just like you to know that his Wi-Fi network passwords, Devereaux Wicks.
Fantastic.
Obviously. And Cramlin Duvet.
Amazing.
As they should be.
As they should be. That's fantastic.
This was one of his questions.
Yep.
Veep, he was like, if Richard Splett was running for the midterms now, what would he be campaigning on?
I think that's the magic superpowers like of Richard Splett, is that he can sort of like, I think he would be running on, it would be like not a mistake, because he would be like truthful and he'd be like knowledgeable about it, but it would be like a tear down the sort of like lies sort of thing. He would have mathematically figured out a way to make healthcare work for everyone in a way that like is also like profits for everyone.
Yeah.
It's actually, we're in the black on this.
Yes.
Which would like include like, he'd probably find a way to make internships to hospitals as like nurses and doctors, pay for like school, and then provide that, and like and provide teachers and like provide schools, and he would have figured it out, and then just like sort of like, oh man, you just move the decimal place like three spaces over, and they're like, oh, it actually works.
This is what I love so much about all of the characters that you have either created or played and then brought so much to. You haven't played that character in what, 7-8 years, and you like right in there, like you know this man.
I know him.
The writing on that show is incredible, but what all of you, I mean, Veep is one for the ages. Yeah. Lily Singh was here, and she mentioned that was her very favorite show ever.
Great.
That one really, talk about staying power. But that's kind of the exploded you into the culture.
Yes, that was the thing that was, I was like figuring things out, and then like Veep came out, and then like things started to like, I guess offers started to,
because then in that sort of second half of that decade, because Veep started, or when do you come onto it? Like 2015, 2016?
2016, whatever, season 3.
Okay. And then you find yourself, as I was going through in prep for this, in every studio comedy ever made for the next like 6-7 years. It's just, well, we got to get Sam Richardson in this. Oh, he can only do a couple days because his schedule's crazy. But like, that's fine. That's fine. Because again, you're one of one. You bring something so unique to every role you play. And the fucking specificity, my favorite.
It was because it was such a perfect. It was 2014 actually.
Oh, okay, got it.
I remember I turned 30 while I was doing that show. No, wait, 2015. Okay. No, well, I was doing guest spots. Final answer.
Final answer.
Final answer, 2014. Because it's also like from filming to air. There's a little bit of window in there.
Oh, you're teeing me up to talk about a movie. But I won't get there quite yet. Go on. Shot it 2 years ago. Don't worry about it. It'll come out at some point soon.
That's right. That's right.
So, Veep, you're about to turn 30 or you have just turned 30?
I turned 30. It was supposed to be a guest spot.
Yes.
And then they were... to a full character.
Oh, wait. It was just going to be a guest spot.
It's going to be one episode. It was supposed to be the...
Love when this happens.
The idea of like him, of the rest of the team is at Mike's... is at Mike's wedding.
Yep.
And so she's like kind of left in Iowa with like no support except for this one guy.
Did you have a sense going into that? Like you're excited. It's season 3, so you know what Veep is at this point.
Yes.
You're very excited that you've gotten this one episode.
I'm like, great. I'm like working and like this is fun. I know and love everybody on this show. I'm like, this is gonna be so much fun. But like but head on a swivel, gotta make sure that I come correct and like, like head down, just do the thing.
Yep.
And I remember the table reads. I've talked about this before. Like the table reads, I was like ready. Like, okay, don't expect laughs. Don't just kind of just get your timing right. Do your thing.
Yep.
Boom. And I remember like my first joke that people like laughed I was like, oh, and they were like laughing at everybody, each other's stuff. I was like, oh, this is like,
oh, what a
everybody
great
loves
vibe.
to be here. A great vibe. And like, it's for the greater thing of the,
everyone's rowing in the same direction.
You're
all making the same show. That's the other thing, right?
Exactly.
Like, I know that sounds so basic, but as we all know, and we won't get specific here, sometimes you realize as you are making a show that you are making a different show than some of the other people who have shown up to make the same show, and you're like,
like, let's just try and find a page and then we'll all get on that one.
Exactly.
But until then,
no, totally,
we're in trouble.
But no surprise that something like Veep became that. But so you do that, it's great. Do they immediately, like, do you have a sense before you even wrap that episode that like, we might want you to come back doing
little
other
bit?
stuff?
I think they started to check my avail for the next episode.
And, like,
and like they maybe stick around in Baltimore for, I was like, oh yeah, sure. I sure will. Like now there aren't like a lot of comedies being made because they're like, oh, well, why do a full comedy when, all these superheroes can like tell jokes, And I'm like, oh, well, you just have like a comedy director and like comedians like land the plane with what they've been studying their whole lives and like the timing and like the skill. Like, trust us to do it,
Yes, I do. And at the risk of getting on the highest fucking soapbox. But that's been so much of the heartbreak, I think, of what is happening in Hollywood and has been for many years now. But exactly, like it used to be its own thing. And now it's like, all right, well, we can, with also big action, and then we can justify this huge budget, and you're going to have a good time there.
You're going to have a good time.
For sure. And you are. But it's like comedy on its own has gotten so unbelievably devalued.
Yeah,
when really,
devalued.
What is more valuable?
It's the through line for everything. What makes any good movie is like some sort of comedic element, edge, because it's like the most human thing. There are no like true stakes without some levity, because it's the most human thing. Everybody seeks comfort and laughter. So like in a funeral scene, sure, you can get the idea of like everybody's very sad, but like in reality, you're so sad that you like if you get the nervous giggles, or like that you're supposed to like bring up something about the person that you didn't like, and it's the true scope of understanding humanity is through comedy. Like a good comedian can understand every part of society or a part of this situation to then make light of it, because like you're able to poke holes in it because you see it fully.
Completely.
That's why a good take means that you understand the thing so well and perspective on it. So you have a micro and a macro view on it. So that's how it's. That's what it is.
Masterclass part 2. Yes. Yes.
So like the devaluing of it, because it's what helps and I'll tell you, I'm first in line for any superhero movie. I'm first in line to any action movie.
Yes.
And it helps those movies being funny.
Yes.
It helps to make the characters real and all these things. But then it's just used as a tool.
Yes.
But this is itself a genre.
Yes. This is also what were the influences when we were growing up, what means so much to us, the things we want to go back and rewatch. And it's the little moments. It's those little characterizations and the people that you'll never forget. Exactly as you're saying, like, to do comedy at the level that you are doing it is to be as human as you can be. It's really, oh my God.
And I also say this too,
please,
is like comedy's existing on streamers, which however you can get it to the people.
Yeah.
But watching comedy in a theater is different because first off, you have the collective. So if you don't understand the joke or you like kind of miss the timing of something or it doesn't resonate, when you hear the laughter, then you're like, then your brain does the connection. You're like, I get it. How I'm laughing too.
Yes.
Like such a specific sort of this isn't exactly what I'm talking about, but it is what I'm talking about. Along Came Polly, that pratfall that
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
That Philip Seymour Hoffman does. This is one of the funniest pratfalls I've ever seen in my life.
Truly.
A person watching this on like a streamer may just it would be like, boom, oh, he fell down. But in a theater, when he falls down, then one person laughs hard, and you're like, oh my God. And then you think about it and like the math of like how hard he falls, how excited he was to come in, how confident he was, and that rug pull from under him.
Sandy, that is one for the ages. He can do no wrong, and the fact that he can also do no wrong comedically is just like, oh, he was the greatest to ever do it.
True.